question here. It's from Duke Kerr. If you have a product, what would you recommend as the very first step?
First step, obviously, in your product is make sure you've got great songs. I mean, the one thing that travels is songs, okay? And that's the one thing that will have a legacy and a history to whatever you do. It all comes down to great songs. Once you've got great songs, what do you do? It's a good question. I would start really at social media. And they're the infant steps. Make sure you've got social media and make sure you're starting to the first thing a record label or manager will do is if he's looking to represent you, the first thing he will do is actually go and look at your social media. So him, that will give him a natural gauge on whether or not this is of interest to him. I would say the first thing is to try and find infrastructure. Okay, I call it, you have the prophetic in church and the apostolic. The two need each other in reality, and how do you find that? I was at a conference last year with Rick Warren. He runs a church of 22,000 people. And one of the questions to him is, I go to a church with 8 people in, how can I even relate to you? Okay, and his response was profound. He said, know the purposes that God has called you to. Stop looking to the left and the right. Don't run after success. So he said, don't run after success. Run after faithfulness. Be faithful to what God has called you to, and stop looking left and right, because it only brings discouragement or pride. I'm proudful because I'm doing better than them, and I'm discouraged because I'm not doing as good as them. And the word is, be faithful to what God has called you to, and He will sustain you.
If you are an artist and you have made a product, whether it's under your own name or under an independent label name, join up with the GMIA. We're putting together a consensus of independent labels to reinforce that strategy of going forward, letting your voice be heard to organisations like the Official Charts Company, and also to be able to talk about these different strategies that we can actually focus a way to help you to do what you need to do in an easier fashion.